Hey guys, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So, this is the first time we're going to be on this game, or simulator I should say, on the channel. So, of course, it's a NASCAR channel, so it's going to be related to NASCAR in some way. What we're going to be doing today is going to be flying to multiple different NASCAR tracks in part one of this little series I'm going to be doing. We're going to be maybe flying to 5 or 6 tonight, and then later on we're going to be flying to more. So as you can see, Microsoft Flight Simulator, it has the entire Earth, so you can fly literally anywhere on the planet. You can take a flight around. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing here tonight. Let's start to zoom in to Florida and go to the most famous racetrack on Earth, the Daytona International Speedway. This is going to be the first track we're going to be taking a look at tonight. We're going to be doing a little bit of a flyover real quick, then we're going to be walking around the track a bit, checking out some of the scenery for a minute or two, and then we're going to move on to the next track, and we'll take a look what that is after this. So let's head to the skies and take a look around Daytona. Alright, so here we go in Daytona Beach, as I'm not really starting off this the best. We're going to try to find the Daytona International Speedway here, as I gotta pull up or I'm okay. Yeah, this hasn't really started off the best. We're just gonna avoid the trees down there. Oh my god. Alright, so after a bit of flying, we have found the Daytona International Speedway, so I'm gonna try to throttle my way down here, and we're gonna not go to cockpit view because that's gonna be deadly. Let's take a look. As you can see around the Daytona International Speedway, I probably shouldn't be using a commercial jet for this. Not the best idea on my part. But yeah, here we go, Daytona up from above. If you were flying around this area, this is probably what you're going to see. I took off from that airport over there, so I just did a full circle because I didn't know where I was going, even though I've been here before in real life. But you can see, here's the front straightaway. Back straightaway grandstands for some reason exist. This is not going to end well. Oh my god. Oh gosh. Alright, so I'm going to be using a little bit of a smaller plane, because I think that's going to work a bit better. So here we go. Try this part number 2 that you can see at the Daytona Airport. Here is the Daytona International Speedway. This is what I probably should have been doing from the get-go. You can see one Daytona's over there on the left, on the highway. There is Lake Lloyd and the back straightaway. The back straightaway grandstands, as you can see, they don't exist anymore in real life. Lake Lloyd, of course, does. You can see the road course over here as well. We're coming in hot. Try to slow it down a bit. And you can see the front straightaway. And I want to see if I can come in for a landing. It might not be the smoothest landing if you've ever seen. But you can see the garages here down there as I'm going to pull up. Let's try to land it here on the front straightaway. Here we go. Could be coming in for a bit of a smooth landing. Oh, I completely overshot that. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. We're going to maybe land it on its wheels. Nope, we're going to be upside down. Shut the motors off. Here we go. You can see, of course, the old Daytona front straightaway. So it looks like this scan is over 10 years old, because you got the back straightaway grandstands. And I saw a Budweiser logo back there as well. There is the back straightaway grandstands. As you can see, we did already a flyover. So here's Daytona, turns number 1 and 2. There's no catch fence at all. So, yeah, that would not end so well. But let's take a quick walk down here. You can see it's going to go very slowly, so I'm not going to do this for long. You got the front straightaway and just all the way around Daytona International Speedway. And that's the first track we're going to go to tonight. Let's head on to the next track here on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Alright, so next track up here is the Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. So this is another track that I've been to. So we can see down on the front straightaway, you can see the Toyota logo in the middle where the Roval is. And there is the Charlotte Roval in the middle. This one looks a little bit more updated than Daytona, at least. Got the Roval, got kind of the updated graphics as well. But it looks a little bit more 2D, to be honest. The grandstands are kind of more flat than Daytona was. As we're going to try to maybe take in another landing here. There's the Cup Series logo as well. So this one is definitely more updated. We're going to just take a little bit of a turn, I guess. You can see the Roval down here. That looks pretty good. The bridge isn't actually a bridge. Yes, it's definitely more 2D than Daytona. There's the Charlotte logo. And there's the Toyota Roval as I'm going to come into a crash landing here at Charlotte. So now on the ground here at Charlotte, you can see down the front straightaway, the grass definitely looks a bit overgrown. It looks like they might need to bring out some clippers. So you got the Xfinity, Coca-Cola, Geico other logos with the Cup Series logo. So you can see the Cup Series logo in NASCAR Cup Series. It's definitely not best looking, but of course this game is meant to be looked at from way above. As you can see, it looks like a hotel for some reason in the middle of the racetrack. I've been here at Charlotte. Definitely not there. You can see the garages, I think. That's what they're supposed to be, for some reason, a parking garage. But it doesn't look terrible. Definitely could be better. It's definitely not as good as Daytona, but at least there are upgraded racetrack art and whatever. This building doesn't exist. I don't know what that's supposed to be. But yeah, the grandstands here, it's definitely missing some things. It's a little bit more 2D than I'd like. But overall, it doesn't look terrible, so we'll take one more final view from above. And one more view here at Charlotte. You can see on the back straightaway, there's actually the little chicane part. So this must have been taken when they were maybe setting up the Charlotte Roval, but on the front straightaway, as we just passed that, there is no front straightaway turn number 1, so I don't really know if that's true or not. But you can see we're gonna come to another crash landing here on the garage. So of course, once again, this is how it's supposed to look when you're just flying from above. So looks pretty decent. There's the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Of course, you can see the little dirt track back there. There's the little street down through here. I've been here a couple of times. There is the drag strip and more. So looks pretty good from above. I think there's a little go-kart track back there as well. So this is the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's move on to the next NASCAR track. As we head off to the west, next up is Phoenix Raceway here tonight in Arizona. So here is Phoenix, home of the NASCAR Cup Series Championship. You can see the nice mountains in the background. That's where you can watch the races from. And this track also, I think, has the updated artwork. So we're going to throttle this thing down, take one good close-up look at it up from above. So it's definitely Phoenix Raceway. Are there houses on the back straightaway? I think there are. I was about to say, this looks pretty good, but there's literally houses on the back straightaway. Oh my god, we're going to crash. I thought some of the inaccurate stuff in Daytona was bad, but there's literally houses on the back straightaway at Phoenix Raceway. And there's no grandstands over here for some reason. At least there's cactuses everywhere. But, okay, this is a first. I didn't think I'd ever see this at a NASCAR track. The rest of the track, though, looks pretty good from above, at least. You can see here's the back straightaway. I think you got some sponsors over here on the back stretch. Let's try to go to the front straightaway here. All right, so here on the front straightaway, you get a giant crater for some reason. There's the front stretch. I think we're kind of close to the dog leg at this point. Of course, there's no grandstands for whatever reason. But yeah, overall, it's not bad. It looks pretty good from above, to be honest. You can see the start-finish line, the front straightaway. Luckily, it's updated Phoenix as well. I was expecting, like, 2010 Phoenix or something. Also from here, you got the championship little thing. You got another house in the middle of that for some reason. But it overall doesn't look too bad, especially from the skies. And this isn't a bad time to take a look around in the hot air balloon. So I think I got to turn this thing on, actually, if I can do that. It doesn't want to turn on. That's great. We're going to slowly fall down. But yeah, good little aerial view here at the Phoenix Raceway. You can see down the front straightaway is the Geico restart zone. The grandstands are actually in 2D. I didn't realize that at first. So from above, it definitely looks like Phoenix Raceway, and they did a good job, except from the homes on the back straightaway. I don't really know how that happened, but you can see a little minefield or something over there. I've never been to Phoenix, so I don't really know. There's, I guess, parking lots, miles and miles of parking lots for some reason. And there is some of the outside stuff on the racetrack. This track just got updated as well, and I think they have all those updates on the track as well. There's a highway down here as well, so overall looks pretty decent here at Phoenix Raceway, whereas we're going to move on to the second to last track of the night. From the hot desert now to apparently the icy tundra is Watkins Glen International, as I don't really know, but it apparently snowed here at Watkins Glen. Oh, yeah, it's because I have it set in December. That's probably why. So we're back here now in July, here in normal Watkins Glen. So you can see, I'm trying to find the front straightaway. So you get the bus stop back there, I believe. This is the boot I think we're in. Here is the front straightaway over here, as you can see right ahead of us. So the front straightaway down here, final corner. You got the inner loop over here. I'm coming in really hot once again. The inner loop, as we're going to just come to take a crash landing. Now over here on the racetrack, I believe this is turn 1. There's supposed to be a hill up here, and clearly there kind of is, actually, to be honest. It doesn't look great, but there is. We're gonna take Watkins Glen here in an airplane, something I don't think you'd ever really see in real life, but up through the inner loop we go. Up the hill, actually. It's a pretty decent hill. I think there's cars, actually, on the track when it was scanned, so I just saw a yellow car. Maybe Kyle Busch, Joey Logano. We got another one up here. Can't really tell. Oh my god, there's a giant crater in the middle. Okay. Well, that's not there in real life. I would hope so, at least. As we try to head down the back straightaway here in an airplane, down the back stretch we go. You can actually now start to pick up speed. You got another car down there. They honestly look like sports cars, like IMSA. You got a tree in the middle of the track. We're going to have the bus stop coming up in just a moment. We're going to see if we can slow down for that. I'm going to try. We're going to miss the bus stop. That's going to be a penalty, I guess. We're going to have to maybe slow up. So the boot, I would assume, is probably open. If it's sports cars, we're not even going to get there. We're just going to fly off the track here and straight into somebody's house. Up from above here in the plane with the biggest wings I've ever seen in my life. That's really annoying, the beeping sound. You can see Watkins Glen down there. It looks pretty decent, I have to say so myself. And yeah, it definitely looks like Watkins Glen International. You got a lake down there. The scenery is absolutely beautiful around here at Watkins Glen. So Microsoft Flight Simulator does an absolutely phenomenal job at that with all the scenery. Look at that, the mountains in the background, all the grass. It is beautiful around here at Watkins Glen. So let's take you to the final track of the day. Welcome to the paperclip here at Martinsville Speedway. We're going to do a bit of barrel roll here. That's all right. And yeah, it's Martinsville in Martinsville, Virginia. You can see this one looks slightly outdated. We actually might come in for a decent landing. Oh, almost, as we're going to fly off. So you got over here already starting off. You got the garages here on the back straightaway. Here is 3 and 4. For some reason, they modeled the garages as a football field. I think that is. Or just grass. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. So you got Xfinity over here. So it must be kind of recent. I think you got the Dead On Tools logo over here as well. So it's definitely from the 2020s, I'd had to imagine. So you got the garage here. So they didn't do a bad job modeling this at all. They actually made it a pretty decent looking garage. You got somebody's house here. Let's try to find the Martinsville hot dog stand. I believe this is probably it. You got the front straightaway down here. That doesn't look the best, to be honest. But yeah, it's the paperclip, Martinsville for Speedway, as we try to look down here on the front stretch. So with this little drone thing, we're going to take a quick tour around Martinsville. You even got the choose cone. So this is definitely in the 2020s. This was taken probably, I would say, 2021, 2020, 2022, one of those years. You got cars on track as well. I honestly want to go close up to see if we can see what they are. I've got no idea what that thing is. It doesn't even look like a NASCAR. So the grass looks terrible, to be honest. Pit road exit over there. Blue Emu Maximum Pain Relief back there on the back straightaway. So Martinsville honestly doesn't look the worst. It's definitely not the best, but it's not the worst. Definitely could have been a lot worse. You got the 3 and 4 over here, and I think this was scanned pretty recently as well. You also got the train tracks back here, which is one of the Martinsville things. You've got the campground. So overall, pretty good looking up Martinsville Speedway. So we're going to end this one in a blimp. It's not Goodyear blimp, but it's close enough. So that'll do it for tonight, as we get one final view of Martinsville Speedway and the surrounding area. So, of course, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is a great game, just came out. Recommend getting it. We're going to have more of these videos coming up pretty soon where we take a look around NASCAR tracks. We could even have some live streams as well, so that'll do it. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.